Rookie. Let's see, rookie.
Oh, I didn't mean to add us to the scene.
Hey, we here.
Just a moment. We here. We about to get rolling. It's the Flow Factory Top 25 show. Give us just a moment. We waiting, trying to see if we can get Spence lined up. If y'all don't mind, smash that retweet button. It don't cost nothing to show love. We about
Un momento, por favor.
Correct. What he said. Yeah, any Miami fans in the audience, they damn sure know what you said. Hey, we're gonna get it rolling here in a little bit. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. It's the Flow Factory Top 25 show, man.
I've been taking Duolingo just because we got to go down there. I just want to be prepared.
Very smart. Very smart. get it rolling. Let's get it rolling. Let's get it rolling, man. We was trying to see a super producer. Spence is gonna pull up. I don't know. We gotta check the booking blotters, man. Spence might have got Spence
Spence,
might
we
have
gonna
got
pull out an APB for you, man.
yeah, he might have got picked up, bro. Like no call, no show is a fireable offense, man. That's unlike my guy. He usually shows up on time, man. Hey, welcome to the top 25 football show by the Flow Factory. We got quite the show, man. Before we get rolling, bro, how's your week, man?
Man, eventful a little bit, it's a little bug back to school, but God is good, so we ain't complaining. We just getting through it. So I'm happy, man. Football is here, man. We get a taste this weekend.
Yeah,
Week 0 kickoff.
yeah, yeah.
It's great, man. We here, top 25.
We're gonna talk some Kansas State, Iowa State. That's the top 25
Yeah.
matchup for week 0. Should be a good game, bro. You
Yeah,
know, we'll talk about that matchup. If everybody that's already hit retweet, we appreciate y'all. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, go subscribe to the YouTube. Comment, engage with us. If you're on Twitter, hit that retweet, hit the like button. Definitely engage with us. Y'all got questions, we'll answer those. We had about 300 live. Y'all don't mind just smashing that retweet. We like to get to over 1K. A lot of Gator fans on here, but we trying to tap into a national scene and talk some just overall college football.
for
But
sure.
I had a solid week, man. That flu bug, sick bug, kids are going back to school is definitely moving and grooving in the air for sure.
Yeah. No, this is definitely different germs, different houses.
Hmm.
So y'all make sure y'all get y'all some Purell, some sanitizer, and all that good stuff, man, for your kids, man.
Yeah, bro. Because everybody ain't sanitary at their house, so you sending your kids out there to the jungle a little bit.
For sure.
A lot of boogers, a lot of snot. Kids, kids don't care, bro. They just not,
Yeah.
hygiene
Going on
wise
pencils, all that stuff.
already. Kevin Lane in the comments. My man Lentz rookie, High Top. Them boys is in the building. Make sure y'all check out High Top Sports and everything they got going on over there, man. Great content. We're gonna talk about a little bit. We gotta go with last week we did the top 1 through 12 teams, which will be the
Hmm.
playoff teams. If the playoffs started today, the 1 through 12. So today we're gonna break down 13 through 13.
13.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's been that type of morning, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna break down 13 through 25. Big Ten playoff proposal, which was I
Yeah.
thought was nuts.
Wow.
Quarterback battles in the top 12 from the teams that we talked about last week. Notre Dame and OSU, Ohio State have decided on their quarterback. Oklahoma is charging fans $350 to join the press conference after games, which I think is absolutely nuts, man.
Yeah, wow. That's wild. I don't even we starting there?
Yeah, let's start there. Like, why not?
Yeah. I mean, I that's just wow to think that this is how far we've come. And I get it. You want to try to get as much revenue as possible. To
Seems like they
keep
could
these
go a little
players.
higher though. Like 355 seems low.
Look, and what does it come with though? I mean, you got to be able to ask some questions in there. If I'm going higher than that, I just don't want a seat inside of this room to hear y'all ask the questions that I'm gonna get to see y'all ask the questions later on. So it got to come with some perks. It got a lunch maybe. I don't know if we gonna have the buffet. You know, like what are we getting when we come in this room? Don't give me no Gatorade. I need Sprite, maybe some sweet tea. I don't know,
I'm saying
but
like games in the past, I would have spent the 355 on Dan Mullen Sanford. I would have spent 355 to crash out.
oh, that should be a kicker though. You got to be able to like you can buy it live, like the game's going on. You decide, you know what, I want to be down. Like, cause I pay at the door.
Yeah,
Look, 'cause I'm
yes,
walking
yes.
from my seat down to the to the media room and standing
Yeah.
in line. Yeah, swipe my card at the door. Y'all take tap.
Yeah.
Y'all take tap.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Y'all take Zelle, Apple Pay,
Apple
all
Pay,
that? Yeah.
anything, yeah. Cash
Yeah.
out. I got you.
Uh,
I want to be there, depending on the game. Like you said, if you lose like that, yeah, I'm down. And I get asked a question. I ask $100 per question. How about that? Let's add that to
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
tab.
Little perks to it,
Yeah.
like little add on. Yeah, I think That's good maybe for Oklahoma in the Midwest, but I don't think that's a good thing in SEC country, bro. In real SEC, like original SEC country, that's not a great idea, man.
No, yeah, security will have to be heightened. I don't know how many security guards. You say the wrong question, it'd be like the guy at the judge that jumped over the table. Somebody be
Yeah.
coming over the podium with the wrong answer. Yeah, no, I don't think the SEC is ready.
Nah, bro, that's a terrible idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oklahoma got to figure out another route to get to the Munyon. That ain't it.
Yeah, no, I ain't going for it.
What do you think
It's
about,
cool, but yeah, there's other ways to do it for sure.
for sure? What do you think about the Big Ten proposal of almost every team making the playoffs? It's like it seems like a college basketball type bracket.
Yeah. It first, I mean, we won't play the amount of games college basketball play either. But that's just ridiculous to me. It's guaranteeing too many spots. For me, it kind of waters down the season.
For sure.
The big games, you know what I mean? They don't mean as much, knowing that you can still get in there. And then for me, the biggest takeaway is what it does to Notre Dame, what they try to do to Notre Dame, them being independent, it almost going to force them to enter into the Big Ten. And
Somebody
I
got to
think
force Notre Dame to join the
they
conference.
going but that would force them because they'll almost have to be in the top 10 every year in order to get into the playoffs because of the amount of at large bids that'll be out there to go to a 3-loss SEC team over or Notre Dame. You know what I mean? So they'll have to join the conference in order for them to do that. They wouldn't join the SEC. I don't think just their brand don't fit the SEC style of football. And just their brand as a whole, what they represent, their school, the prestige, the values that they have. I don't know if it messed with the unleashed SEC. You know what I mean? We riled and raunchy. So I I just don't like how it watered down the season. And then the amount of games you have to play. Of course, there's some pros. It's gonna bring a lot of money. I say one of the pros that I like the fact that with the playoffs like that, you'll have to play home games for the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs. Like, so that's more revenue having a home playoff game in the swamp or a game that can get you further in the swamp. If we in there as a fan of the Gators, I think that would be dope. Or any school to have that home game at your stadium would be dope. It's gonna bring in a whole bunch of money, but you gotta think wear and tear on players as well. You playing that many games already in the season, then you going into this expanded playoffs. Those are extra games, more chances for injuries. And then if you have more injuries, then the competition is watered down at the end of the day once you get to the championship game. So I think it's just crazy.
I
But
appreciate everybody that's
I
showing
don't
up in
know.
the comments, man. Florida State heavy. Definitely got Miami fans because they just get extra with the shenanigans, bro. Like Miami fans can't help themselves. I'm pretty sure that's who you cheer for. Hey, everybody from Florida State, I appreciate you for hanging up. For hanging out. I know the Gators are in here deep. My guy Marshall in the building. Speaking of Notre Dame,
Hmm.
they decided on their quarterback. They had a quarterback battle between CJ Carr and Minchie. They decided on CJ Carr, the grandson of Lloyd Carr, a
Right.
5-star, highly touted recruit out of high school. He's a redshirt freshman. Should be going down to Miami for game one. What do you think about that decision?
Man, a lot of pressure. Um, Going down to Miami game one, you're young, not proving anything yet. But I mean, they got some talent around them, but it just can you rise to the pressure? A lot of bullets flying at you. You're going down to Miami game one. It's definitely going to be a good test for them going against those defensive ends. I know interior wise, they Miami's kind of got to build some depth there, and have some breakout players. But as far as defensive ends and get pressure on the quarterback, I think it's going to be a heck of a game for him to go and try to prove himself. And then Notre Dame's going young. So if he pans out, then it sets them up for the future.
For sure.
Making this move, I haven't seen their battle like day in, day out. So I don't know if they're saying, hey, we're building for the future. If they're kind of like tossing this one up and saying, hey, if we get there, if he's good enough, we'll be okay. if we just want him to manage the game and learn, and the future will be bright. But it's definitely going to be a big test for them going down there. So not mad at the move. Just they just going young.
Yeah, it feels like just monitoring their camp a little bit. It feels like if it was close, you go with the younger guy.
Yeah,
Is the feel that I got. So it was a battle. Some saying that Minchie was leading at some points in camp. A lot of people saying that it was kind of even, and CJ Carr have his moments. Both guys were having their moments, but if it's even, it's not a lot of game experience between neither. One's
hmm
older, but technical game experience is not a big difference in game experience. Both have been on campus uh, for a little minute. Like he's a
yeah,
freshman, but he's not a true freshman, so he's been on campus. He's been getting reps in practice. So we'll see how it plays out throughout the season. That's a quarterback situation to monitor. Going down to Miami week 1, the hard pebble. I'm not even gonna call it a hard rock. The hard pebble could be a tough place to play in sometimes. Especially that game 1, they still got hope. Last time Notre Dame went down there, it was extremely loud. Um, so we'll see how it all play out. But they're gonna lean on that run game and that defense
for sure.
regardless. Offensive line is very strong at Notre Dame per usual. They got Jeremiah Love, who's a top 1 or 2 running back in the country. So the running game, you just take the air out, the winds out of the sails of that stadium by running the ball, playing good defense. Forcing uh, Carson Beck to throw into bad zones. He struggled with zone coverages. So Notre Dame secondary is very good. So you don't put the pressure on the kid. I think, you play complementary football on the road, running the ball on the road, playing good defense on the road is a recipe to winning on the road. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's why I figured he'd be more of a game manager mode to get going. The only thing he has to worry about is play clock and all that stuff. Like you said, if it's close, I'm sure he has the arm talent, and then probably a little bit more mobile than the other guy. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. I hope it pans out for him because I like Notre Dame. I liked them last year. I like the moves they've been making. I hope this kid can come in and be a solid quarterback. Just as a person that don't really like Miami at this moment, I want Notre Dame to go down there and beat the brakes off of them. So, yeah, I'm rooting for the kid.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I am. Go Irish.
Yeah,
Shout out
and
to J1 side of my dude. Is damn sure go Irish week 1.
yeah.
We'll see how it
Ohio
all
State's
plays out.
similar. They're in a similar situation.
Facts. They decide on Julian Sayin, another former 5-star, highly touted quarterback. He's got a very easy job, in my opinion. Weapons all around him. The best receiver in college football, and Jeremiah Smith. What do you think about that decision with Ohio State?
I think it's smart, given the situation with Smith. He has a quarterback that he can grow with, and then he got the weapons. You know what I mean? He's coming from a prestigious program, so I'm sure they didn't recruit him for no reason there. Ohio State, they rarely miss on the quarterback, as far as like talent wise. And then they always have the weapons around them. So um, I think he's in a good situation. He's just young. You got to go prove it. But when you got weapons like that, the schedule is a little more lenient for you as well. Always has been. And so I think it'd be good for him. I think it'd be good for him as a young guy. I know you got a. That's our super producer.
Nah, man.
yeah,
I'm getting my garage fixed right now
no,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm just dealing with the garage tech, and the wife on the phone, all type of shenanigans going on. But
Life.
yeah, we got a question there. Do we shout out my guy Eduardo? He's asking more of a Gator question, but we down there and answer some Gator questions. Do y'all think it would benefit us for Miami to beat Notre Dame? Go Gators. Yes. Yeah, I think I mean you get good film on Miami. They'll get some good film on us as well. Because we gotta play LSU. So they'll
hmm
get some good, looks because you can hide things. If you got 2 easy matchups or not a formidable opponent, you could go a little vanilla and beat a team like LIU. But when you go in USF, but once you
hmm
get to LSU, you got to show your hand a little bit on how you want to attack teams this fall. So yeah, I think Notre Dame could dismantle them and throw their locker room off a little bit, team chemistry wise. They went heavy in the portal. So, those guys haven't been through the trenches and mud together, and they kind of patchwork type chemistry. So yeah, you could throw some things off, that week 1 game. I don't expect it to, but yeah, it can definitely affect the Florida game.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely benefits Florida for Miami to beat Notre Dame. You know, just keep their ranking up before we get to them. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think Notre Dame definitely gonna make Miami show some of their hand early because it's a team that they're gonna want to really beat, and I think Miami definitely gonna have to show what they plan on doing with the quarterback situation. They're gonna have to
yeah,
unleash their whole offense and show kind of like what they made of. I don't think they can go in there and just say, "Hey, we'll just run the ball or we'll just do this." Your playmaker's gonna have to come to play. I think Notre Dame defense is definitely gonna give us some insight onto what Miami really
for
has
sure.
because they're gonna try to suffocate them. So
Yeah.
Miami definitely won't be playing vanilla.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from and get some game strategy from Notre Dame for sure. How they attack Miami, like that would help out. Um, what do you think about? I'm gonna get to your questions. If you ain't a Gator, you Gator. How the saying go?
If you're in the Gator,
You
what?
Gator bait.
Yeah,
The
it's just
podcast,
no.
my guy. He's got shout out to my guy. I'm gonna get to
Oh,
your
he just
question in a
ain't
little
put the
bit.
B on there. I got you.
Yeah. I'm kind of thrown off a little bit. It threw me off a little bit. Shout out to everybody listening. We almost at 500 live. Smash that retweet button. It don't cost nothing
Retweet,
to show
baby.
love. Hit like. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're not on YouTube, go make a YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be here each and every Thursday, kicking it. Just speaking of Julian saying, before we move off of him,
Mhm.
that should be quite the matchup. You got two quarterbacks that's gonna get their first start in Arch Manning and Julian saying.
Yeah,
So that should be, two 5-star guys as well.
yeah.
Two big boy programs. That should be fireworks, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it definitely should. I know one thing, Arch being the veteran of the two, even though he's getting his first start, um, got don't want to be upstage on doing this game. So
Yeah.
it definitely should be some fireworks, high powered game. Definitely excited for that matchup for sure.
Let's get in our 13 and 25. We'll do our week 0 matchup at the end, which would be Kansas State, Iowa State. But let's
Okay.
do our third. Last week we broke down 1 through 12. This week we're breaking down 13 through 25. I got through it that time. Right at 13 is a team that I'm glad we're not playing. Our schedule is already tough enough, man. So I'm glad we're not playing in South Carolina this year. And that's the number 13 team in the AP rankings.
Yeah.
They go into fall camp with one of the Heisman favorites, Sellers, a guy that I'm very high on, a very dynamic football player. I'm gonna enjoy watching him play because I ain't got to play him. So everybody he got to play, good luck.
Yeah.
He got some questions around him. With skilled players, are they as good and can live up to the hype? Just watching their camp and looking at some of the news, they're questioning of course, the edge position on defense. They
Hmm.
lost a lot of production there. They're dealing with some injuries at that spot. So from a depth chart perspective, they monitoring that, and they're not confident with the secondary and the receiver position. So that's going to be an interesting one to watch. But I like where they're ranked. I think 13 is a good ranking. They play Virginia Tech in the Beamer Bowl. Shout out to
Hmm.
Shane Beamer, his pops, coach for Virginia Tech, a legend out there, the greatest Virginia Tech coach of all time. So he got that bowl game. I'm sorry, that first game to start with, which is a legit test for
Yeah.
game one.
Yeah. No, Sellers, man, he's a great player, dual threat quarterback. He's partially all of the reason that they're at the number 13 position, though, just his talent and ability, which to me is probably the most negative thing about the team because he has to carry them if they're going to be anything this year. Like you said, the wide receiver position is kind of shaky at depth. You know what I mean? And then you spoke about the defense. I think their best defensive end is Stewart. At the edge, he's a
Nasty.
outstanding player. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
then once you move from him, what's the depth like with the rest of that team? So they got a lot of questions as far as depth issues. But Sellers is definitely a standout player. For me, he's the only reason they're that high at 13. But can he get the job done? The ball is in his hands. So he's
Yeah.
gonna make some tremendous plays. And then I believe he makes your receiver core better. It's just yet to be seen who's gonna be that breakout player for them to get them over the hump. But I'm not mad at it given that he's a guy that's high on the Heisman list, being at number 13.
Yeah, the SEC is gonna be
And
it's
I'm
gonna be a
glad we
lot of.
don't play them as the Gators.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't play him, bro. I ain't scared of nobody, but our schedule's already
I,
murderer's row.
I hate
So
dual threat quarterbacks like that, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's so unpredictable.
especially as a defensive lineman rushing. Yeah, no, there's a lot of running when
I
you're a
think
defensive lineman.
we got the speed at edge to cause a nightmare. It just,
Yeah.
if I could take a, not facing a quarterback, because I don't think we face a quarterback like him all fall.
Yeah, no.
There's nobody on our schedule that's like him. So
Yeah.
what do you think about Shane Beamer as a head coach? What's your opinion before I give mine?
Um, it's cool. I mean, I he's cool. He's not. I mean, for what he's done, in the schools that he's been at, he's exceeded. But he's not in the great or goats category
Yeah.
to me. But I like him.
Yeah, he's good for South Carolina. I think he's doing enough to
Yeah.
keep that job. Their expectation isn't national championship in
No. Yeah.
South Carolina. You win 8-9 games, you're gonna keep that job for a long time out there.
And it's about how the team plays. You know what I mean? You may not have the best talent, but you can look and see if a team is playing hard. If you giving it all you got, that's just all you got. And that's just all you got. I mean, pedal is to the metal, man. You ain't really got no more.
That's all you got.
The recruits haven't been there year in, year out. And then when you get to the second or third team, you're not gonna win the championship. There's a possibility you can have a Cinderella year. People can get hurt. You work your way in, but you got to be in great position to grasp that moment. But for what he's been given and the task he's been given, he's done a great job at it. And it might be more doors open for him down the road.
I just don't think I think South Carolina's a good spot for him, just like Virginia Tech was a good spot for his pops. But
Yeah.
the Beamer ball, he didn't inherit the Beamer ball. He be trying to do some trick plays on special teams, but it don't really hit like that.
Yeah,
Like
no,
he
yeah.
don't really
It's different time.
he's a different, he didn't inherit none of that. That's my take on it. Like, I think he's an okay coach. He's not an X and O guy. He's more of a CEO type mode, like Dabo. He's in special teams is supposed to be his calling card because that's the family tree that he's in. But he don't got that. He don't have that it in the special teams like his pops had. That's my take on it.
His pop had super flair though.
Yeah, he be trying.
he made a whole name off of it.
He's trying to fake punt and lose 30 yards.
Sometimes trying to live up to the legacy is tough, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is, man. Number 14 is Michigan, who's been in the news a lot this offseason. They beat the NCAA. They don't beat nobody else. I thought they put hands and feet on NCAA is weak, but out of camp, Bryce Underwood, another young quarterback, but a phenom. They're expecting these young boys when they recruit these 5 stars. They're expecting them to come on campus with the, try not to curse, but with the shits a little bit.
Ready per se.
Ready. Yeah.
So Bryce Underwood is who they decided to pull the trigger with.
Yeah, that's their guy moving forward, man.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams talent is getting better. You know what I mean? A lot of guys are coming in ready, man. These kids are when you high caliber recruits. These quarterbacks are coming in ready, man. They know football. It's just being evident. You're seeing it all over right now with these, and you got to go young, especially if you have the talent and you want to pair that with your wide receivers and stuff, and give them somebody to grow with, and not have to start over. You say you have like in Jeremiah Smith's case, he gets to his junior year and he didn't grow with a quarterback, and now you got to bring in somebody from the transfer portal to try to match it, throwing off the chemistry. Let these guys build together. So I like Michigan doing that. Their defense is going to be Michigan defense always. I think just it's going to be shaky for them at the quarterback position, going young at first. But then, the schedules out there always kind of give them a little more lenience. And then like the pass rush that you're going to face or whatever. But Michigan defense, I believe, carries them through most of the year.
The top 20 defense last year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm expecting them to come back and do the same thing. Depth, that offensive line may be an issue, but they going young. I'm not mad at them.
They have their linebacker corps is one of the best in the country. They got some dogs in that linebacker room. Jay Sean Braham and Ernest Hausman. I'm hoping pronouncing them boys' name right. but they got two really good linemen linebackers that are gonna play on Sundays. I want to see saying like head coach. He was, after the national championship, you take over
Yeah,
from
you're right.
Harbaugh, who's one of the best coaches in all of college football. You take over from Harbaugh. Yeah, I want to see if my man Moore can live up to the hype and keep this job. There's a lot of off the field distractions around Michigan, and dealing with a young quarterback. They got to keep it on the rails early, in my opinion. Having a young signal caller at quarterback, having a coach that could be on a shaky seat. He's not a veteran head coach.
Yeah,
I think they got to win games early, or it could get off the rails, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. I don't think Michigan, just given what they've done over the past few years, making their way back to dominance, I don't think they're going to settle for not
Right.
getting back there. So yeah, the room for error is definitely going to be short for that head coach over there. So wish them the best of luck.
My bad. I was making it seem the
No,
garage
you
guy
good.
called me. I'm dealing with, for all the listeners. I'm dealing with a garage. I got a broke garage, and the HOA. I can't be just letting it linger. They don't play,
No, HOA don't
So
play.
either pay to get this garage fixed, or them fines gonna start just hitting the email. So we on top of that, dealing with that this morning, and also just life a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michigan, they're just on my watch list. I'm not mad with them at 14, but I don't think they stick this high. I think they finish the season, towards the bottom of the rankings, if not unranked. And that's my take
Mm.
on Michigan. Yeah.
I ain't know we yeah. I know we got a segment for that. I ain't
Yeah, we'll save. We'll
yeah, you
save.
shot
I
you
don't even know.
shot me you
I don't even
shot
know.
me with that one. I didn't think you was gonna say Michigan wasn't gonna make it though. You shot me
We'll
with that one.
see. We're gonna narrow it down to like two or three teams that we think won't be ranked by the end of the season. That's one of our last segments. But yeah, I'm not a big believer in Michigan like that. To me, they just shake it in a lot of leadership spots, from the head coach, the quarterback. I love the quarterback. I like the head coach too.
Yeah,
But I don't. I think they're shaky at those spots. I want to see them succeed, but they're just not strong at leadership spots, in my opinion.
yeah, no, I feel you. I feel
Yeah.
you.
Our Gators at number 15. National championship. What we talking about?
Yeah.
All right, show's over. Show's over.
Yeah, we done made it. You want to start or you want?
Yeah. We're gonna try not to glaze, man.
Yeah,
That's what the
nah.
kids call it. So the Gators at 15. I like that spot. Still a lot to prove. They showing like we only won 8 games last year, but end of the season very strong. The voters, because in the coaches poll we're around the same ranking. The voters, the media, the coaches, they see the talent on the roster. They
Yeah,
see DJ Lagway at quarterback. The defensive side of the ball is just weapons everywhere from the pass rushing. I'm concerned with defensive tackle depth. I say that lightly when I say concern. I just got to nitpick at my team like I nitpick at
for
others.
sure.
So there's a little concern at defensive tackle depth, because we're not returning a lot of production. I love Caleb Banks. He's a straight up gangster. I love Jamari Lyons coming back. You're going to get into that bag. You're a defensive line guy. Safety room, same thing. After the 2 starters, who I love as well, you get two true freshmen. Unless you're
Mhm.
cross training Aaron Gates to play some safety, you go from Jordan Castell and Bryce Thornton to Drake Stubbs and Lagunza Hayward, 2 true freshmen who were very touted 5-star talent type guys, but you get young quick. But before I get too deep into it, what do you think overall about
Um,
our Gators?
I can't argue with what we're ranked. I know a lot of people would think, oh, because he's a Gator, he feel like they should be ranked higher. I'm not arguing that. Just we had to turn it on midway through the season to get where we ended up at. And so my question is, and it's not really a question, but are we really that? Are we really what the second half of the season said that we are? And so that ranking right there gives us room to prove it. You know what I mean? I got to see it and believe it. I see the talent. The talent for sure is definitely there. But if I got to be honest and non-biased about my team, I would just say that we still have to make sure what our defensive identity is. We have playmakers, but what's the scheme like? What's our staple? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
And people were making plays all over the place last year towards the second half of the season, but it took to the second half of the season.
right.
So I just want to make sure that second half of the season wasn't a fluke, and this is who we are from the beginning. of the year, that we have just a true identity as a whole and not just a whole bunch of playmakers that decided to turn it up. So the challenge is for them to be consistent every game in their assignments and what the game plan is for me, because the talent is there, and there's no question about that. Offensively, Lagway is our hope right now. So keeping them healthy throughout the whole year. Got a great offensive line, one of the top offensive lines in the nation. So the onus is on them to keep them upright as far as pressure from pass rushers, but just for himself, what is our offense going to be? Is it going to be full throttle? Let him do everything, all the reads, pull it when he want to, run it when he want to, or is it going to be a little tailored to protecting him? And if it is, we did it last year, and we have more weapons, and it'll be a second time doing it. But he's been through a whole offseason and all that stuff, throwing and knowing the playbook, and it's already been tapered to a certain degree for him doing this offseason workout. So I still expect the offense to be explosive, but I just want to see if we gonna really um, pull out all the plays. You know what I mean? If he's gonna be able to just take it and run. Last year we didn't see much running out of him. The runs we did see were electrifying. I'm talking about amazing. Couldn't wait to see more of it. But having the lower leg injury and all that stuff, kind of gives you caution. You want to make sure you make it through the whole season. But I would love to see him just. I would love to see them just give him the total keys to the offense and let him do his thing. We could give some questions. My man handling some business.
Give me 1 second. I'm talking with the
Yeah, no, you
with the
good.
garage guy. Y'all bear with me.
So, what's y'all opinion on missing the conference game but still making the playoffs? So you saying if we don't make it to the SEC championship but still make it to the playoffs, it's a possibility. Three loss team out of the SEC probably would be in the playoffs this year. So I'm not mad at that if we do it. But I feel like if we gonna get there in the playoffs, then we need to win the SEC as well. SEC has always been top on our list as far as accomplishments for the season. So if you were talking about Gators, we definitely got to win the SEC for me this year. See if we can get down to some more comments. I don't know how we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Flow Factory Top 25. Man,
I appreciate
Chef
y'all patience. I appreciate y'all patience.
handling
Yeah,
business.
I like your take on the OSU, us not making the conference. I would love to win the SEC, but most importantly, get me in the playoffs with the opportunity to go on a run. You know what I'm saying? It's just similar to my take in basketball with our basketball team. I love that we won the SEC tournament, but
Yeah,
going into it, I told myself like, hey, we win it, cool. But most importantly, let's get this, let's cut nets at the end. Let's get an opportunity to make a run, which we did. But what I
fortunately did
like,
both.
I know we spending a little bit more time on our Gators than we spent on anybody else. But what I like about us this year is we starting off. We could ease into the season. Like I'm just not a fan of Billy Napier with big game one matchups. Like personnel wise, it takes them a little, minute to get it together. And we got LIU, USF, and you easing your way, and then you got it gets real. It
Yeah.
get real gangster once you get the schedule rolling, but we get to ease our way into a very violent schedule. So
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And like you said, week one matchups always been tough because we're trying to figure out what we want to reveal and do all the stuff. I don't think Billy is a big fan of showing his whole hand early and just going with it. He likes to build up his offense. And sometimes we the Gators, people always trying to knock our heads off, so we don't have time to be trying to do that. So I like the
right.
fact that our schedule is a little more lenient in the beginning.
For sure. All right, then we move on to a team that I like a lot, man. I'm big Rhett Lashley fan. SMU out in Dallas. They're at 16. in the
SMU,
ACC.
man. Yeah, SMU, man. People sleeping. Don't sleep on SMU, man.
I love Kevin Jennings, the
Yeah,
quarterback. I
yeah,
love him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on SMU, man. I'm a big SMU fan. I like what they were able to pull off last year. Just joining the conference. And you come in and then you beat two of the top teams in the conference in FSU and Miami. That gives your team a big boost of confidence. I believe they're returning a bunch of players this year. So it's a high number for them, but it's great for them to get that recognition coming from a school that got the death penalty. I think the only school to receive the death penalty in football. To be
They
able
was
to
dropping
bounce.
that duffel out there.
Yeah.
They was dropping
That's,
that oil money off
yeah,
in
yeah. SMU
SMU
still got some. So
for sure.
yeah, I'm not surprised at the way they able to make their way back in recruiting. I'm looking forward to them having a nice year this year. Hopefully, you know, for my sake, they can do it again and beating both of those teams. I think they play both this year, right? Again,
Yeah, I got them in Clemson repeating for the ACC
ACC.
championship.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
yeah,
I got them boys repeating. I love Chris Johnson Jr. that came over from Miami. Like SMU is a rehabilitation program for Miami players that's not reaching their potential. So he's out there. Chris Johnson, speedy running back, similar to how Brashard Smith went over there and ate a little bit. He's also looking good preseason in the NFL. So I like the running back room. Give Jennings some weapons. They bring in Romelo Brinson, Jordan Hudson. Just reading camp, like they're expecting a lot out of that receiver room. They should be explosive. Defense, long as their defense is, I think they got to get a little bit bigger and stronger in the
yeah.
defense side of the trenches. I
In the
think
trenches
Clemson
for sure.
manhandled them in the trenches in that ACC game. So I want to see if they, grow in that capacity. Joining the ACC, your trenches got to get better. It ain't on the SMU previous like type level. You got to get up to like par with powerful football, and I think they there right now in the trenches on the defensive side. But
Chris,
we'll see.
Chris Johnson, is there any relation to Chris Johnson,
Nah,
Tennessee Titans?
nah. I
Oh.
asked him. I did a Flow Factory interview with him last year, and I asked him. I said, he's like, "Nah, did I know her, brother?"
Yeah, no, you said Speedy. I was like, okay, you might be some relation.
They was saying that in the recruiting process. There were some people saying that was his son, but I asked him. He said, "Nah, man." He's like, unless somebody,
Yeah, I would have ran with it too. Anything get your name out.
you
Run
had your
with it for a little
household
while.
hot.
Just let them talk about
Yeah,
it.
you have your household hot, bro. If
Talk about it might be
popping up
your
with new
daddy.
kids, yeah, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, no. Some of these players
Kansas
have a whole bunch of kids now, so you never know.
Kansas State is at 17. I was trying to find my number. We at 17 with Kansas State. Avery Johnson, the quarterback, is a Heisman dark horse. What does dark horse mean?
Like
Why
not likely to do it, but could possibly pull it out.
the horse got to be dark?
I don't know, man.
These are my
Know.
notes, by the way. These
Yeah,
are my notes. So,
yeah. I
I'm
get it.
just
I get it.
reading it like, why is the horse dark? Now I love Jace Brown's one of the yards per catch leaders, very explosive receiver. Big 12 is soft. So like it's hard for me to predict. I think that week one matchup of Kansas State and Iowa State could set the tone of what the Big 12 is about to be. A lot of offense, no defense. They do have some offensive line concerns. They returning three starters. I'm not gonna say only three starters is pretty solid. They're returning three starters, but they're not the solid of three starters. And they got two new guys. Inexperienced in the secondary, a lot of young boys, inexperienced at linebacker as well. So they're a little shaky, but the Big 12 is weak. I think they're one of the stronger teams in the Big 12.
Yeah, that's that's saying a lot. Saying like in the three starters, like I mean, depth is definitely an issue. And making sure that these guys who they brought in the transfer portal are going to be players. I think just making sure they all gel together. Kansas State has never been one of those teams that just jump off the screen at you or whatever. So are they going to be able to stop anybody? Is my question. The defense.
They don't play defense in the Big 12, my boy.
Yeah, I know. But then I don't know if they're going to be able to put up enough points either, though. We'll see. But nobody
I
plays
like the
defense
dark
in the
horse
Big
though.
12.
I
Yeah,
like the dark
yeah,
horse.
yeah.
You know.
No, the dark horse definitely has a chance to shine. But given that they don't play defense out that way, that's why he's in the race, man. So we'll see. But if they defense can pull something together, that secondary, pull out a few games for them, they'll be okay. But I'm not expecting them to be in the playoffs or anything.
All right, number 18, we got Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Sooners. They got the
Later.
$350 press conference tickets.
They got that, and they got the parlays and everything.
Yeah. Little material. Like a lot of they got money issues out there in Oklahoma, it seems, man.
Yeah.
Mateer, I love the quarterback. I'm glad he didn't go to Miami. I love John Mateer. He's coming from a good system. I think he's hella experienced, great production. He has a lot of those it traits, like the energy and chemistry he brings to a huddle and locker room. I think it's gonna be good for Oklahoma. But I don't know about the leadership and the coaching out there as well that I'm concerned with. And the schedule is not the easiest. They have a very tough schedule. So
Yeah.
that's my concern just on the paper, on the surface of Oklahoma. What's your overall take?
I like them. Mateer. Is it Mateer or Mater? Mateer?
I say Mateer. I could be wrong. I pronounce names wrong all the time.
No. So I'm gonna go with Mateer, so we'll be on the same page.
I couldn't even say 13 earlier. So don't take my word for it.
No, but I like Mateer. He does bring some excitement to the quarterback position. Obviously he likes to bet on himself, so I think they're gonna be in a good. I think it'd be in a good.
He took a bet on yourself to a whole nother level, huh?
Yeah, no, but the running back situation is not too bad with the Jaden kid. I like him. Only thing is just depth and injuries. You know what I mean? Depth injuries. The receiving court. Not sure who their number one guy is going to be. But they definitely got a quarterback that can give them the ball. And Oklahoma offensive line somehow just always seems to hold up throughout the years. That they'll find a way. But yeah, the only thing for me is just depth. But it's Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You never know with them, man. Sometimes they can hit, sometimes they miss. But I'm not expecting Oklahoma to make a run this year, neither deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, Brent Venables, I would put him on the hot seat, but
Vanderbilt.
I think he get at least one more year with Mateer there, right? Unless he declared go pro, then it could get a little
Yes,
ugly.
yeah.
But their schedule, I wish we had Spence here to pull up the schedule because
But I think we discussed that last time about them and just having that one more year because of Mateer.
Yeah. I think he may get one because of Mateer, but I'm not a big believer in Venables and in the way Oklahoma's like trending. Their trajectory isn't the greatest.
No.
And I don't think that schedule is going to do them any favors. So we'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, and with them joining our conference, it's like you want to be able to make a splash. You don't want to come in and end up being one of these volunteer teams in the conference. So the leash is definitely short for him. And if he doesn't get it done within these 2 years, they'll be looking for a big name.
Okay, let me look at their schedule real quick. Like it's up there with ours as far as like just toughness. They're gonna start off with Illinois State. Then they get busy right away. They got Michigan after that. They go to Bill Cosby U with Temple after that. then you at Auburn. Then you got Kent State. So they got it mixed up. They get some breaks in between. But after Kent State, that's when it gets real. They got to go to Texas. They got to go to South Carolina. They get Ole Miss at home. They got to go to Tennessee. They got to go to Alabama. And they got Missouri at home. And then they got LSU.
That gauntlet there. Yeah, that gauntlet can get real ugly. Even Missouri. The way it's set up, they're like they're gonna get bumps after bumps.
Yeah, bro, that could be
it. And then they got a name for themselves. So you said that at Missouri?
Missouri, they have Missouri at home.
Yeah, okay. That's probably the only thing saving them with that Missouri game, but they're gonna be coming off of getting a beating.
Bro, they gotta go to Texas. They gotta go to South Carolina. They gotta go to Tennessee. They gotta go to Bama. You talking about some tough environments, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna survive. I was saying Mateer one more year. I don't think Brent Venables survive unless Mateer is on some Cam Ward vibes and he just going crazy because he's Himothy. That's the only way. Other than that, he ain't about to coach his way through this schedule, in my opinion.
Nah,
I don't see it.
That gauntlet is just gonna be too crazy on the road.
Too much.
Tennessee, yeah. I don't think they're ready.
Yeah,
You know,
prepare the
it's the
moving
SEC.
trucks.
Welcome.
Yeah, prepare the moving trucks, bro. Like I don't just start looking for real estate.
You know,
A
Texas
realtor.
came in and did their thing, but yeah, welcome. Now you get to see that all these SEC teams, man, on the road playing, man. Every game will get you. That South Carolina game, Sellers trying to win the Heisman off you.
I would like. I got a take, but I'm gonna save it for next week when we get into like more of the the breakdowns of week one. We got some great matchups. I'm gonna save
Yeah.
that take for next week about Texas. Number 19 coming in at 19 is the most fraudulent team in my opinion of the last like 5-6 years. Even with Jimbo, they was super fraudulent. Texas A&M, they beat us last year, but they were fraudulent. They called us at the right time. I tell you that. Texas A&M comes in at 19. Um, just very the offensive line is buns. They were ranked 68 in sacks allowed last year, and just reading camp, they haven't shored up that offensive line, so they still have some issues there. Marcel Reed, iffy. I'm not really high on him as a quarterback. I don't know where he ranks in the SEC, but I don't have him ranked very high. Like, who are the guys at A&M? When I look at that roster, like who's the playmakers on offense that that you can count on just go make a play when you need a play? And I just don't see that guy from them.
The only guy with Le'Veon Moss, I think their running back is
Yeah.
probably their best player. But after that, like you said, who are the guys? They did get us the Gators, but who are their guys? And then they don't really develop quarterbacks there. It's not a school that you go to and say you're going to develop into this elite quarterback. Um, so yeah, that's the reason why they're ranked where they're ranked there in the SEC. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna shake nothing up. They won't be in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, I'm about to put up their schedule. Let me see what they
They
looking
gotta
like.
they're gonna get their head beat in a couple games too, because they got to run through the same SEC gauntlet.
Okay, they start off with UTSA, which is it's a solid little matchup to start off with. You easing into it. They should beat them. Utah State, they should beat, but these are teams that they're gonna give you somewhat of a test. It ain't gonna be just a blowout in the beginning. You're gonna have to come and have a decent game plan. But that third game, it gets busy from there. You gotta go to Notre Dame. Then you have Auburn. I don't know where Auburn's going to be, so I'm not really counting, on them. They have Mississippi State at home. They got us at home, Florida Gators. They got go on the road to Arkansas. They got a favorable schedule. They go to LSU.
That's
They
gonna
go
get
to Mizzou. They got South Carolina at home. Pretty much a bye week in Sanford, and then they got Texas at Texas. Bro, it's just not
it's
no
not
easy SEC schedule.
no, it's
SEC
not
schedule.
easy. It's
Yeah.
like the games that they supposed to lose, they just have to lose. Or they can end up trying to sneak their way in if they pull a couple upsets. That's the way their schedule is set up. They got some favorable matchups, but like the Texas game, they should lose. Florida game, they better lose. South Carolina should be an L, but if they pull it off, then what? Because of the way it's not, what you saying? Arkansas, they have to beat Arkansas. If they can try to.
I think like for sure wins I got for them on their schedule, right? I got Sanford for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and this is me just because I think Arkansas is still buns. I got Arkansas for sure.
Right.
Mississippi State for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn could go either way, in my opinion.
Okay, that's a toss up.
That's a toss up. Utah State and then UTSA. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for sure wins, in my
5 for
opinion.
sure and 1 toss up.
Yeah, you got to sneak you like 3 of them out of there because I think Texas. I got you marked down as an L versus
For
Texas.
sure.
I got you marked down as an L for LSU.
For sure.
Especially because it's late in the season. That's when Brian Kelly usually start getting in his bag.
Mm-hmm.
I got you an L versus Florida.
That's 3 L's.
just cause.
3.
Yeah, they're my guys. And I got you an L versus Notre Dame.
So that's 4 L's and 1 for sure. So we got 5 wins, 4 guaranteed L's, and 1 for sure.
One. Like I think the toss-up games.
I mean,
for
1
me,
toss up. Yeah, the Auburn game.
Toss-up is Auburn. I think Tennessee. Oh, no, Tennessee not on their schedule. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna see, bro. I got them at about 7 wins. I think they squeeze out 7. Nothing spectacular. They make a bowl game, But then that following year is going to be, you got to show yourself, or that you get the Jimbo
So
treatment.
you got 5 guarantees, 4 losses, and 1 toss up, and you still got them at 7. Who the upsets?
I don't think they upset nobody. I was being nice with saying, mark me at 6 then. I don't think they may win one they don't supposed to win, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be big for whoever that is. It won't be Florida.
No, it won't be. No, they caught us last year, but it won't happen this year.
Yeah,
We
we
had
gotta
to
get
get our
that get back.
personnel together. 20, Kirk Signetti, pop. It's my guy, man. I like Indiana. In that week, no, they're in the Big 10, not Big 12. So they schedule was very easy last year. They finished the season 11-1. I like the quarterback that they brought over from Cal, Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
I like him. Heard he's having a very good camp. Strong O-line play. Signetti, most Big 10 teams are going to have solid O-line play. They got solid O-line play. I want to see if Signetti, what he do without Sincere. Sincere was one of the OCs that left and went to UCLA. So I want to see what the offense, if they keep that continuity and that same progression with the offense. But I loved everything I saw to Indiana this year. Ready to see him again this year.
Yeah, no, Indiana definitely making some noise out there. Like you said, they got the quarterback. They got the wide receiver, Elijah. He should have a big year, getting the chemistry with the quarterback. And then defensive wise, they got Kamara, the defensive end.
Yeah.
And D'Angelo Pons, the cornerback.
Yep.
So you can get some pass rush. Got some coverage back there. It's just really gonna be about the rest of the guys, how they play together. I believe they got a lot of people in from the transfer portal. That's always a big thing. Getting that many guys in the portal, getting them to play together. But you going out to Indiana, you shouldn't have no issues with focusing on.
They got a favorable schedule, bro.
Yeah, focusing on.
I would love this schedule.
They could just they focus on football out there, man. They got the pieces. Do you think they make the playoffs?
I think, bro, with this schedule, if they looking anything like last year, I think they made the playoffs. So here we are. They got Old Dominion game 1. Then they go to Kennesaw State. Then Indiana State. The first, solid matchup they're gonna have is Illinois. Illinois was solid last year. I think they're gonna bring back a good football team. They camp out in Palm Beach a lot. There's a lot of Palm Beach boys on that roster.
Illinois, for sure.
Iowa, solid
Hawkeyes.
matchup, but I think they beat Iowa. Then you got Oregon. That may be an L, right? That's the first, I think, real tough test is Oregon. After that, you got Michigan State, you got UCLA, you got Maryland. Then you got Penn State at Penn State in November. That could be just, very cold, a whiteout type game.
Yeah, that's a L.
That could be an L. You might be at 2 L's right there.
Yeah, that's a L.
But then they got Wisconsin and they got Purdue. Could they slide in the playoffs with 2 L's?
For sure. I think you have to at least highly consider them with 2 L's.
It just probably matters what the rest of the Big 10 do, because you still got Penn State, Ohio State. So I don't like those in Oregon. So I don't know if like 4 teams. You got 4 teams.
Yeah, 4 teams will not make it.
But I think those are the 4 possibilities for the Big 10 to make it in, are those 4 teams.
So it really come down to that Penn State game.
Penn State, Oregon, Indiana. I think. Yeah. We'll see. I love.
They definitely be in contention towards the end of the year, though. So it'll be some good matchups going down towards the end of the year. In my mind.
Yeah. I like Kirk Signetti. I don't like him to coach my team, but I like to just follow like what he got going on.
He be fired up,
yeah.
Definitely
like,
great personality.
He old, so everybody be saying he too old to be coaching and all that stuff. So I like when there's negativity or doubt towards a coach. I root for the
always throw him up.
Yeah. Like Kirk Signetti getting an offer and an opportunity that late his age is just dope to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The man been around a ton of football, man. So,
for sure.
And you want to get that out of him. So I hope y'all got some people around him that's taking notes that could take over.
For sure. 21, and we bringing in Lane Kiffin, the Lane train.
Oh, Lane Kiffin.
This is especially in the Big Three. This is everybody's man crush Monday, bruh, in the college football world. Everybody love Lane, but I think Lane is the most overrated coach in college football,
yeah,
in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
I like the Austin Simmons 5'6" quarterback he got there. Baseball kid was supposed to be at University of Florida. He ends up going to Ole Miss once he heard Lagway was on the way. I get it. I get it. But I like him. I like Austin Simmons. You know, he's taking over from Jackson Dart. What do you think about them as an outfit? I think they go too heavy in the transfer portal. That's one of my
Yeah.
knocks against them. Offensive line wasn't strong last year. They're beat up in the offensive line right now in camp, so there's a lot of question marks around that. What's your overall take on
I
Lane?
think I think just following that mold with Jackson Dart. You said the baseball kid, not a big kid, but I just feel like Lane. It be gimmicky. Like his game is gimmicky. You try to strike at the right time with the portal and stuff like that, but it's tough to put it all together. I think he missed the mark. They had the opportunity last year and they didn't capitalize on it. So it's hard to do that 2 years in a row. We've seen teams that attack the portal heavy. When it doesn't work, that year after it kind of falls apart. So I'm expecting this year to kind of fall apart for Ole Miss. I think they get beat up with the schedule. And I think it kind of falls apart. Lane has never been that coach to me that is going to be able to rally his team towards the end. He's more one of the rah-rah coaches, and if you ain't got it, it doesn't work. So I don't think he have the talent that he had previous years to
Yeah.
be the coach that he always been. I think the wheels start to fall off that train.
Yeah, I think defense they're gonna be strong. Defensive line, I think they'll be strong there. All my question marks is coming on Lane's side of the ball, like which is ironic. And he's known for being an offensive guru. Is the lie they tell about Lane. Uh, I
That's
just
why I say
I
gimmick.
Yeah, if he couldn't win last year, like I don't. We'll talk about teams that we think end up unranked, but it could come off the rails for him as well. Austin Simmons has been looking okay in camp, but for everything I'm reading, defense has won almost every scrimmage. Now
Yeah.
you want that to go back and forth a little bit in camp, and being that the defense is just manhandling their offense and their offensive line is beat up. You got a new quarterback with a line that's
Yeah.
not healthy, not fresh. Who Ole Miss got week one?
Well,
What's their schedule?
are we not even? We're not expecting Simmons to be Dart.
I mean,
Uh,
what was Dart?
I mean, I
I thought
get
he
it,
was
but
overrated.
yeah, I get it, but he got drafted.
Yeah,
I
for
don't.
sure. The
Yeah,
skills
so
are there, but I thought
yeah,
he I thought he underdelivered for what his skills was.
for sure. But I don't
Yeah.
think Simmons is even going to do that. And then you look at the offensive line. I think they struggle, man. I know Lane, offensive wise, he can scheme up plays and stuff, but you got to have the pieces too. And I don't think Simmons is going to be like Dart or that edgy of a player like Dart that can win you some games just by grit.
Yeah, every SEC team is gonna have a tough schedule, but I think it's favorable for them. I like you gotta like once the schedule's tough, it's just who you get at home and the timing and back, how games kind of play out. He got Georgia State first, which could be like a solid first half,
Yeah,
you
dub.
know,
They gonna put it up on them.
I think that's a solid competitive first half. I don't think they blow Georgia State out first half.
You think so?
We'll see. I think so, bro. I like Georgia State staff on the lowest of keys. I think they got some guys. We took Deron Wilson from them over there,
Yeah, no,
but
you're right.
I
You're right.
think they got a solid staff. They get some solid athletes. They're up and coming program. I think Georgia State is okay. I think that first half, to me, it's like a USF like Bama situation last
Yeah,
year.
talent for talent. First half, they'll stick around
Yeah, and then depth, they'll get wore down.
for
It's
sure.
hot out there.
For
Then
sure.
Ole Miss, just overall roster take over. They got Kentucky. Kentucky is a whole lot of mid this year. They should be Kentucky at Kentucky, but who knows? Because they got offensive line issues. Arkansas is not a good football team. Then they got Tulane, not a good football
Uh,
team. LSU, that's when it gets busy. Washington State, just not. I'm not high on them. Then they got to go to Georgia. They got to go to Oklahoma. They have South Carolina at home. I'm gonna mark that as an L. Sellers is Himothy.
yeah.
Then they got Citadel. Then they got us at home, the Florida Gators. Then they got Mississippi State on the road. So the schedule ain't that bad. I just don't think they're that good this year.
No, it's not a bad schedule. A good thing they got Citadel before us. Get them like a little extra bye week.
Go Citadel.
They go Citadel. No, the schedule's up and down, but I just don't think they have the talent that they had. I just don't think it's all there, and I'm still having a question mark with the quarterback. Seeing what Dart can do.
All right, number 22, we have the champions of the Pop-Tart Bowl, Iowa State, coming in at 22. And they have the week 0 matchup with Kansas State. I love the quarterback at Iowa State. You know, I got to know him when
Rocco.
they beat Miami. Yeah, Rocco, Florida boy from Wesley Chapel.
Rocco.
Pops played at West Virginia, was a first round draft pick, got good lineage, but he came and did his thing versus Miami and pulled off the upset, and the Pop-Tart was out there twerking. Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
no. Hopefully, you know that game gave him a boost, a confidence, man. Rocco is definitely a playmaker. They rounded out the top 25. I'm not mad at it. I don't see them making it into the playoffs, but you know they're in a great spot rounding out the top 25. I don't really have
They're
much to
not a
say about
playoffs.
them.
They're not. Yeah, we'll keep this short. We ain't finna deep dive on Iowa State,
Yeah,
bro.
no.
I do like they brought in Chase Sewell, a receiver that I wanted out of transfer portal. They
Yeah,
brought him over from TCU. I think he's an explosive guy. So I like that they paired,
with Rocco.
they paired him with Rocco. He got some weapons. I think whoever wins this week 1 game, them at Kansas State, probably set the stage on who's gonna be the Big 12 champion, in my opinion.
Yeah. What? And this is not the game. This is a game that's
Saturday.
well, no, where they playing at though?
Oh, in Ireland.
In
They're in
Ireland.
Dublin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the way in Ireland.
One team gonna
Yeah.
get that Ireland curse every year. Florida State got it last year.
Yeah.
Whoever loses in Ireland, I think goes on to just, poop the bed the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, that's just crazy playing your first game all the way across the country.
Yeah.
You said whoever wins this game, you think wins it all
I
for the
think wins a
conference?
bit. I think they got the leg up. Of course, health and keeping your quarterback healthy and
Yeah,
all that matters. But I think you got the leg up to win the Big 12, whoever win this game.
yeah. It's just crazy that it's well, I guess it makes sense with it being on a neutral site, knowing the implications for this game. So it's definitely neutral. Which school got the most money? We'll see who's gonna be at the game. Which one's the home team?
I couldn't even guess right now between Iowa State and Kansas State who got the most money. Like I would have no idea, bro.
I think more Kansas State fans at the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, K State. Yeah.
It's gonna be just about what color people in Ireland want to wear that Saturday. I don't think real fans is just flying over there deep for Kansas
Oh, we
State.
sending
I
t-shirts
could be
over there,
wrong.
man. We gotta buy box t-shirts, send them out there.
All right, Texas Tech is at 23. Just more Big 12, no defense, a lot of offense. They got some playmakers at receiver, running back. My
Morton,
boy Caleb
quarterback.
Douglas is out there. Love Caleb Douglas, transferred from UF. Had a real good season last year. I expect him to, double spin the block again to have a very good season.
Yeah,
What's your overall take on these folks, man?
they gonna be all right. The quarterback Morton can play a little bit. We just have to see if that portal help them out.
Mm. Yeah, we just gonna breeze through these last little
Yeah,
Big 12
we get
teams.
once you
I'll be
get
honest
down
with
there.
Hey, but Texas Tech, they had a number 4 offense last year. Just to throw that out there. So I may have
Defense.
lied with my take on Kansas State and Iowa State. I may have lied. Texas Tech very well could win that conference as well, but not in my opinion. We'll see. 24, a team I love to hate on. Tennessee Volunteers.
I gotta give an honest take. You know I hate them.
I think losing Nico was just brutal.
Yeah.
You have a quarterback go through spring camp. And whatever happened with the money, we ain't finna get too deep into that. But whatever happened with the money situation, he leaves, go to UCLA. You get the guy that UCLA was willing to kick out the door for Nico, and you just named him the starting quarterback last week, like a few days ago, really. So you name him your starting quarterback. Yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing. They battling with some injuries. They're very young at almost every position on offense. They're very young. I think they're a shaky team. I think they could turn this season for them could turn into a Florida State type season. Not to keep throwing Florida State, my brethren over there, under the bus. But I think they're on thin ice, to be
Yeah,
real with you. If that quarterback comes out, and I'm not high on him, but if he comes out flat and he can't live up to, what Nico was, like if you couldn't coach Nico up, who came in very highly touted, like a 5-star type talent, you couldn't coach him up to elevate the team. They made the playoffs with him. And then that talent level at quarterback drops down tremendously. And the talent around
yeah,
him isn't as good as what Nico had
yeah,
last year. I think you got the recipe for a shit show
yeah.
on the lowest of keys.
No, I think you said it, and it's just gonna be a trickle down effect of the malfunctions they've been having, losing the quarterback, and then like you said, getting the guy that they didn't want. um, I just think that team's gonna lack a lot of confidence. Just lacking a lot of confidence throughout the building. That's gonna show up on game day with the players. Like you said, if that quarterback don't get going, I believe the wheels fall off for the whole season. And I'm not saying they can have a Florida State type season, but
That's 2 games is a lot. But it's just like Florida State came in as top 10, and then the wheels just
yeah,
came off, and it went crazy.
yeah,
Like that could very well happen to Tennessee, where they're top 25 team, but it's a real delicate situation where the wheels could fall off,
yeah.
and it could be ugly. And I'm hoping that for them. I like that from ops.
No, for real. Nah, confidence in the building is definitely lacking. Um, I think we're gonna see it this year. I think it all falls apart for them, which would be great. We'll get a great
Hype was
laugh
so
fest.
overrated, and this is not me hating Tennessee. I think as a quarterback developer, he's overrated. I think the SEC caught up when he first came into the league. I thought he caught us off guard, the whole league
Yeah,
off guard with his pace, his offense, how he was doing things. But once the film got out and everybody kind of figured out what he was got going on,
yeah.
it hasn't hit the same.
Yeah, no, they turned it up, man. In the previous years, man, people were giving them a lot of hope and a lot of hype.
He had
They
me
had,
nervous.
yeah, helping to say
He had
had
me
me
nervous
nervous
at
too
first.
for a little
I was
while.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh no, dog we got a playbook over there."
yeah, no,
And then
yeah.
Milton came to the swamp. I was like, no, no, no.
Yeah, no, they were definitely giving team fits, man. That hurry up offense. Had people gassed out there, man. But yeah, I think the wheels falling off. They'll be back to normal.
It's gonna be interesting. So we'll learn a lot about Tennessee week 1. They got Fran Brown and Syracuse. Uh,
Fran, and the
big
orange man.
Fran, big
Yeah,
Fran. Fran be coming in trying to upset shit, bro. He ain't
yeah,
coming in. He coming in trying to
yeah.
you know,
Now they
put you
be
on the big screen, on the
Syracuse
on the
definitely gonna be
Summer
ready.
Jam screen. So we'll see, bro. I got Syracuse popping them game 1.
I like it. I like
We'll
it.
talk that matchup
It'll be a
next week.
big statement for Fran too.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and knock them off. Get the SEC
And then we're
off
gonna
your back.
yeah, and then everybody, like all the SEC haters, gonna be like, "Well, this is the SEC." They talk like, yo, just as a reminder, if you're not a SEC, we don't care. We don't like. I want all them boys to lose.
Yeah, we don't care until the championship. If we not in, then we want the SEC team to win.
I don't never want them to win.
He said, no, he said not even
I hate all them people.
not Georgia.
Mm, I don't want none of them.
Anybody else can possibly win except for Georgia to me. In the
Vanderbilt. I'll
SEC.
cheer for Vanderbilt if they make it. I'm gonna throw out a scenario that would never happen. If Vanderbilt ever make it to the Natty, I'll cheer for them.
Oh, for sure. No, yeah, we
Yeah.
on them.
That's 25, right? What we have?
Uh,
Boise State's
Boise
at 25.
yeah,
Do
Boise
we
State.
got to talk about Boise State? I guess we
No,
got
we
to, right?
don't.
Genty gone. That's
He
that's how I
gone
take
out of there.
on Boise.
Yeah,
Genty's gone. Now Boise State, they're at 25. I'm not.
they got
You
to
know,
try to find a whole nother identity, bro.
that's it.
She's
That's
gone.
my
You
take on
gave him
it.
the ball 100 times a game. Yeah, and he still didn't get the Heisman.
Offensive line depth is concerning on their end. Running back, they haven't really found a guy like him. Their best asset could be just their schedule as well. They open up with USF. It could be tricky. That's a tricky game. I like
USF
Golish.
knock him off.
That's a good game for Golish out there at USF to kind of. He's a
Is,
schemer. He
is that
schemed.
USF
Is it at
or
USF?
USF going out there?
Let me see. That's a good question. Let me see. Let me see Boise's schedule, man.
Y'all come on down to sunny South Florida, man.
Spence ain't show up. We usually like to put the schedule on the Summer Jam screen right here, but they got to come to Tampa.
Yeah, come on down to sunny South
It's
Florida.
hot.
Yeah. Yeah, I like USF knock them off first game.
We're going to talk about that next week. I'm trying to get a USF right. We're going to bring some writers on, some guests next week. It's going to be fun. We'll bring on, we're not going to highlight every single game, but the big games, the interesting games in the top 25 and the national stories around college football. We're going to talk about those each and every week. Yeah, I like Boise State to get popped coming down here to hot, sunny South Florida. Game 1. No Genty.
No
Offensive
Genty.
line depth kind of sketchy. But USF also got like 40 to 50 new guys that they got out of the portal. So they got a lot of turnover too.
Super heavy.
What we got? Oh, so okay, we got to do most likely to make the playoffs. Teams from 13 to 25. Who you got most likely to make the playoffs? Give me 3 teams.
I got to give you 3 because Florida isn't enough.
Oh, yeah. That's why I said 3 because we both gonna say Florida. So give me 3.
I got Florida. I got Michigan. Think their defense crank up. That's we had that. We had
all the iffy teams.
Yeah, Florida, Michigan, and I'm gonna go SMU.
I like that. I'm gonna go Florida, SMU. And this third one's tricky. But I gotta go with Kirk Cignetti. Give me Indiana. Those are my 3. And from 13 to 25, who I think most likely to make the playoffs. Florida, Indiana. Who else did I say?
SMU. Yeah, I said Florida, SMU, and Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep it tracking.
We skipped over South Carolina. We think they just don't have enough, huh?
I don't think they got enough, man.
Yeah.
I ain't met. Yeah, okay. My dog got the same thing I got, bro. Okay. I like that. I think South Carolina got the right recipe at quarterback, but I think they just, the injury bug. I mean, I'm gonna tell you another thing I recognize as a Gator fan, because we're so just locked into this tunnel vision of our team. So every injury is just a big deal. But as you covering the whole country, you see that, bro. Like all these teams that got real, not the little nicks and bruises. They got torn shit going on.
Yeah.
It's real injury bugs out here. So you just got to count your blessings and get out of that echo chamber of Florida football and look around a little bit. And also coaches like Ole Miss, while they like riddled with injuries, like he has the same type of thing that Mario Cristobal has at Miami. Lane Kiffin does not put out injury reports, status, how long they're going to be out. You're going to find out week 1 when they got to submit it to the SEC and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, no, everybody's injured these days. Yeah, that's why in Sellers trying to carry the whole team is going to be a big deal. You dual threat quarterback, but not trying to wish nothing on them or say anything negative, but you got to get through the whole season, man. Trying to get to the NFL. I don't know if he want to carry that load like that.
Right. I like Sellers' glasses too. He's a glasses guy. We're looking like that old Georgia kicker.
Yeah. Smooth cat.
The goggles on. Most likely to end up unranked. We didn't do this for the top 12, so we got to do that for the top 12 as well. We didn't do that. That's one of the segments we didn't do. But from 13 to 25, most likely to end up unranked. Give me 3 teams.
Most likely to end up unranked. Let me see.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, give me Tennessee.
He spit that out so fast.
Yeah, real quick. Give me Tennessee. Give me Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M is fraudulent on an annual basis. And then give me the third one gets tricky for unranked. I said Oklahoma?
No.
Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Texas A&M.
Yeah, you said Oklahoma.
I think all 3 of them end up unranked.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the most obvious first, Boise State.
Oh, okay. Yeah. At 25.
Yeah,
They could be unranked
yeah,
week 2.
yeah. No, right. I'm gonna go Boise State. I'm gonna go Ole Miss.
Mm.
Yeah, I just want them out
Mm.
of there. I'm gonna go Ole Miss and Texas A&M.
Yeah, yeah. I think Texas A&M fraudulent.
Yeah,
Who you
Texas.
think from the give me from the top 12 that we did last week? Who do you think most likely to end up unranked in your top 12?
Miami. Uh,
All the
um,
way unranked is wow. I think we did missed the playoffs.
yeah,
Um,
no, yeah. Let's talk
I,
all the
give
way
me three. You
unranked.
gotta give me 3 teams in the top 12. So I mean, shit,
To
you
be
want to say
unranked, that's
Miami?
tough to say unranked though in the top 12.
Yeah, because it's a far fall.
Yeah, so far fall, but I don't. I just don't think Miami gonna be what everybody think they're gonna be. So I'm still gonna
Yeah,
go with Miami.
we could
Um,
just go one team in the top
yeah, I'm
12, but
going
that's
Miami.
tough. Okay. Let
I'm
me
just
let me
going
see
Miami.
what I'm thinking. Unranked. Cause that mean you like, shit has hit the
He
fan.
fell off. You in the top 12.
100%. Unranked. Yeah, I think all these teams probably
I
end
just
up ranked.
I just had
Miami.
I just had
I
to
ain't
go with
even.
him because of not even trying to be biased, just to set up. You got the quarterback
Yeah.
has to prove himself. You don't have the same
Yeah, most
receiving
likely.
core, defense, depth. You know what I mean?
Texas is gonna end up ranked. Penn State is gonna end up ranked. Ohio State is gonna end up ranked. Clemson is gonna end up ranked. Georgia's gonna end up ranked. Notre Dame is gonna end up ranked. Oregon, I mean, they could possibly, but they're gonna
You're gonna end up
likely end up ranked. Bama's gonna end up ranked. LSU is gonna end up ranked. Yeah, the most
Miami.
likely Arizona State schedule is so pie and a piece of cake. They're gonna end up ranked. Illinois is a possibility. To me, it's Illinois or Miami. It end up ranked, end up unranked.
Well, yeah, Illinois. Yeah,
Give me Illinois. Just because
that's
I
about
don't
the
like,
only two that I could possibly see.
yeah,
But it's just the uncertainty with Miami right now. That Cam Ward was a whole different. He went number one overall, bro.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't
You got
just replace that on the whim.
yeah. It's not it's twofold because it's from a leadership standpoint and
Yes,
it's from a skill standpoint.
yes,
Like he made a lot of improv plays and a lot of
right.
like off scheduled plays and brought them into like they got in shootouts. They can't afford to get in any shootout. So you got to see if that defense. It's a lot of
Defense.
question marks. This defense got to improve. Secondary got to improve. They're gonna always have a good offensive line. That's Mario's staple. Defensive tackles, I got question marks for them there. I got question marks for them at receiver. They got some young guys that they believe in and like, but like putting a freshman out there, your two best receivers right now on that team are freshmen. That what they're saying in camp.
Right.
Like relying on two freshmen early, like even with the Notre Dame game, we're gonna break that down next week. But yeah, Oregon do got some. I'm with my guy. Oregon do got. That's why I said Oregon possibly. I paused at Oregon because it's iffy for Oregon as well. They got some questions and they got a tough schedule as well. Like they got some games.
Say Oregon got bigger question marks than
I
Miami.
think Oregon just got better coaches.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Dan Lanning is one of the best coaches in college football right now of this new era. Like everybody's kind of fresh. The
Dan is the
board's kind of
man.
reset.
Yeah,
I
Dan
love
Lanning.
Dan Lanning.
Yeah, Dan Lanning is definitely the man.
Who you
Yeah, I
taking,
think
Dan Lanning or Mario Cristobal?
right. That's
I'm
not a
asking. I'm asking my
I
man Wingo.
know that ain't for me.
Don't lie, Wingo. Oh, my dog said he agree on the coach. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
see if you're gonna keep it a bean. I know what I'm dealing with. You that came on here and said you wanted Dan Lanning, Mario over Lanning. I appreciate you,
And
bro.
Oregon been recruiting better too up until this point. So I expect them to reload.
Yeah.
But the Miami defense just they gotta put it together because last year the way they fell off, if the offense is not clicking, Cam Ward carried them on offense. Like you said, all those off schedule plays, a lot of stuff he did with his legs by extending the pocket. You just don't have that same quarterback with Beck's, not the same athletic ability. So
I just never seen like Beck, and we watched Beck play for. I wasn't high on Beck coming out of high school. When we started recruiting him, as we had Anthony Richardson in the fold, they started chasing Beck a little bit. And I was like, "Yo, what the hell y'all doing?" I'm just not high on Beck. And I haven't seen him with that type of moxie. Like I said, they cannot afford to get in shootouts this year.
No.
Last year, bro, when they was in shootout at one point with even USF, they went back and forth a whole first half.
Yeah.
It's just Cam Ward was just with the shits. Like
And
he
not to
had
mention some of them games, depending on who you talk to, they
the
lost.
ref. Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
help from the refs. Like,
Yeah.
100%.
So, yeah, I just don't see it
Man, I
shaping
was
up
so
how they
mad when I
think.
went to bed that Cal game. I just knew it was over. And then I went to sleep because it was a late West Coast game. So
Yeah.
I went to sleep. The TV was still on. And then I hear cheering, right? I was just like,
That can't be.
I wake out of the fog of sleep and I see, Michael Irvin
In doggy
uh,
style.
in doggy style, vulnerable position. I'm like, they came back.
Yeah,
I look
bro.
at the score. I'm like, and then Miami's driving for that final, drive to win the game. I'm just like, bro, what the hell just
Yeah.
happened? But they should have lost that game.
Yeah.
Cal, that was the Cal game. Yeah, that was the Cal game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cal should have beat them in Florida State.
Yeah, no, yeah. No, yeah, I don't see them doing it, man. I don't see it. There was a lot of miracles happening. They were a great team. Cam Ward was great.
Yeah.
But he had the chemistry with Restrepo. That was a safety valve a lot. And that was a big thing about it, just them being on the same page. You know what I mean? Who did he do that with? Like you said, they got 2 freshmen coming in who've been making all the noise that they possibly going to go with as their go-to guys. I don't know how that works out. We need a big time play, that chemistry. I don't know how it works out.
For sure. We'll see. It's been a show, dog. It's been a show. We almost got 1,000 live. We appreciate everybody for pulling up and hanging out with us. All
Top
the
25,
retweets.
man.
The
Can't
top
wait.
25.
Season's gonna be starting soon, man. It's gonna get real juicy. Get these matchups going. We'll get our list, man. See who can lead with these W's.
Actually,
Picks
too,
of the week.
we working. We're not even working. If it falls into our lap, cool. If not, man, like me and Steve may do a reactionary show like Same Energy Sunday and just
Yeah.
invite fan base Florida State, Miami to come hang out with us, even UCF. So we may do it in that style, or we
Yeah,
may
nah, they gotta pull up.
yeah, we'll see what's up. I want to do a reactionary show, but each and every Thursday for sure, the top 25 show by Flow Factory will be here every Thursday morning. Make sure y'all tap
It
in
gets
with
juicy
us.
this Thursday, man.
Yeah, next week, that week 1, bro. College football is the best sport in the entire world. And shout out to the people that are making these schedules. I like the way they're doing week 1. I like the parity out of conference games.
Yeah.
I hope we keep the Miami game going on a regular basis, right? Keep that going, dog. But I like the way the parity in the game. SMU is a real threat to whoever go play them, right? If you go and play Arizona State, you better come with your shit together because
Yeah.
they can run down on you. It's a lot of parity. And I don't think when Georgia was on their run, Bama was on their run, there's nobody like that right now. I
No.
think this is a wide open season. Anybody could go win this thing. And I just think it's gonna be my Florida Gators, but we'll let that marinate a little bit.
Yeah, no, and I'm excited. Get a lot of different storylines. The transfer portal provides a lot of that, and give a lot of teams a chance to power up. You just never know who's gonna pop off, who's really been putting in work. So we get the chance to see it, man. I'm excited for the season. Be here with my man Corey, Chef, top
Chef.
25, Flow Factory.
What
Man,
the kids do?
get excited. You know?
That's what the kids do. Hey, real quick, one last one, dog. And this just entered my mind. I said, like, well, why not? Let's do it. Oh, I ain't even got it in front of me. Dang, I deleted my Heisman odds.
Uh-oh.
I was about to say we'll do this next week. We'll bring this to the show
Yeah.
next week. Who's in the Heisman odds? And I'll let the audience
Timothy.
marinate on this. Yeah, who you got in the Heisman lot? Top 10 Heisman odds that won't live up to the hype. We'll talk about that one next week.
Y'all comment, man. Who you think? So we can see these comments.
Yeah. Y'all light up the comments before we
If you
get out of
catch
here.
this show, make sure you just comment who you think that are in the Heisman running that most likely won't make it.
Yeah.
All right.
Most likely won't make it to the ceremony, but also that just doesn't live up to the hype of being like a top 10 odds guy.
Gotcha.
Right.
I had that on my mind. I got you.
And we out of here, man. I'm just chill 1 second so we just hit 1,000. We had 999.
I'll go ahead and retweet, man. Share this with your
hit
friend,
retweet
man.
real quick.
Top 25.
Follow Flow Factory on Twitter. Follow us and subscribe to us. Please go subscribe. Everybody that's on here, go subscribe. Oh, we had 1,011, just like that, man. And we out. I'm out of here.
What's love, guys?
Love, we out, man. Steve, Corey, Flow
Yes,
Factory.
sir.